Okay, hello, welcome back to another video. Today we are playing e4, as per usual, of course, against Tony UK 49. Okay, we're going to be playing knight to f3. I've just played the most awesome game of chess for this week's Patreon video. An early plug for the Patreon, damn. I mean, it naturally arose in the dialogue of the video, what can I say? But that'll be the 14th We'll Take the Chess exclusive rapid video over on Patreon. If you want to go check it out, links in the description. It would massively support the channel. Right, let's get on with the game. My opponent has played d5. What the hell? This is, I believe, known as either the Latvian or the elephant gambit. One of them is f5, one of them is e5. Or rather, sorry, d5. Frankly, it doesn't matter what the name is. I think elephant. I'm going to go with elephant. I should probably just play a move. I'm going to take on e5. This kind of has to be reasonable, at least. I think the point is maybe that if we take here, they get to push past with e4. Something pretty common in gambits, where you sort of defer the pawn and just allow the push past, I guess. Now, I mean, I could give up a knight for 3 pawns, but we just have no development. And we're going to lose this pawn almost certainly. So I think I'll just go for d4 here. I'd imagine my opponent takes. If they don't, I'm a little suspicious as to the general purpose of this opening. Although if they do take and I play bishop c4, then you just take, pick up my queen. My king ends up on d1. Ugh. Getting hit with that elephant gambit prep. God damn. Okay. Do I like knight c4? A little bit, honestly. I don't know exactly where your bishop belongs. I'm intending to just nab it, get myself a bishop pair, and hopefully have a good game. I do not want to let you take this, and then after recaptures, the queens are traded. So f4 would be interesting, because here I could recapture like this. And if f4 and en passant, I can take back with the knight. I've got an open f-file, bishop c4, kingside castles. Maybe the knight goes back to e5 at some point. That kind of stuff looks pretty good. I think I will play f4, actually. Right, let's go for this. I was kind of umming and ahhing between f4 and knight c4. I wonder what the objectively best move is, because I'd imagine this is theoretical. Knight takes e5, d4, and them taking. You'd imagine it's the main line, so to speak, of the elephant gambit, if such an opening can have a main line. Now, I'd be interested. Ooh, okay. I see what's going on here. If I go knight c3 and put pressure on this, are you going to play f5? I guess the knights come here, so if queen h5 and g6, let's say, I can't take because you can take with the knight. I guess maybe if f5 I could eventually play g4. Right, let's start with knight c3. I'm going to tickle this. If you want to play f5, be my guest. Be my guest. I think I'm just going to get castle queenside. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not quite sure of my approach here, but I think it's at least reasonable. If you play f6, I guess, I mean, worst case, I just play knight c5, which by I mean, sorry, knight c4. Or they start with, okay, bishop here, but then g4 immediately. Looks to be dangerous, I'll admit. It definitely looks to be dangerous because, okay, the second this knight moves, there's queen h4 ideas, and pushing the f and g pawn without even dreaming of castling, I mean, either way, but let alone queenside, is for sure something that should raise an eyebrow. But if g4 and you just go here, and I take this, then you get to win a pawn here, and that just sucks. So g4 you take here, I guess I'd have to recapture with the f pawn, presumably. You move the bishop back to g6 to keep hold of this. Not the end of the world. g4 takes, bishop g6. I guess then I have like bishop f4. I could hurry up and just move the queen and then castle queenside. Okay, you know what? I'm starting with bishop e3. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. It's because I'm absolutely addicted to playing g4 very early when I'm playing white, of course. And I can guarantee you that I play g4, maybe not immediately, but within the next couple moves. Yeah, I mean, queen d2. The second that I can even see my way to castling, I'm going to play g4. Maybe I was being something of a scaredy cat, for want of a more offensive term, because, you know, not playing g4 earlier is the sign of a coward to some extent. However, I think they can just neutralize the exciting stuff by taking here. Now, on the other hand, now this is just g4 for free. And if my opponent takes, I mean, there's half an idea to take this way, because if you do go like this and this, hold on, takes this way, they trade queens, bishop comes back. Oh no, what am I oh my god, this is just hanging now because my queen's not on d1. Hear me out. I saw that. I know you don't think I saw that, but I definitely saw that. And instead, I'm going to take this. Because now you can't take here. You can take with the knight. We've got the open g-file. I'm going to castle queenside. All I need is that open g-file. This is going to be hanging. And also, you've got to move the bishop. I love this decision anyway. Can't claim actually to have calculated it if we're being honest. Now I get to pick this up. Oh my lord. All of a sudden, the position makes so much sense. I really thought that I could just recapture. Because in the previous line, my queen was still holding this pawn, so they had to move the bishop. However, in the previous line, my first instinct was to take the bishop. But I couldn't really because they just win this pawn. My bishop now controls that. I feel immensely good about this position. They play knight to f5, okay. Now the question is, do I just castle? Am I happy to give this up? I think, honestly, the answer has to be yes. It's a way to defend this. I mean, if you take, fine, maybe rook here, but I get to go check. And if you take with the queen, then you lose. And if you take with the pawn, then probably you also lose. So there's no takes, rook e8. Maybe you just go takes and bring the knight. Maybe you bring the knight straight away. But I'm thinking, okay, there's no way they go rook e8, right? I mean, it's a tempting move, but surely you see the major issue here. I don't know, this bishop's just in an uncomfortable place. Like, I know in general losing that bishop for the knight probably isn't the finest idea, but if I want, I can cash in on this bishop next, unless they play something exceedingly passive like bishop e7, but even then I'm maybe coming in here, and if you push f6, I'm going check. I've just got an open g-file and some interesting attacking ideas. Yeah, now I don't have this interesting tactic here, so I probably should be scared of rook e8. But I can start with this. Here you just do this maybe, and then this and this are both hanging. That doesn't look ideal. You know what? Who cares? Do this. Be my guest. Be my guest, because if you go knight b4 and I go a3 and you take this, I'm going to sack my rook, queen takes, go here, then go... This might be the stupidest idea I've ever had. They do go knight b4. Now I could go queen here, then you take this with check. Here, you go back out. I mean, queen here looks so tempting. Or I start with rook g1 maybe? You know what? I think it's got to be rook g1. Let's get on the g-file. Have this. I'll go king b1. You've got to move the knight again. You're using 2 moves. 2 moves to take that pawn. That's a pawn beside my king that forces my king to move with check. Might be some dubious justification for a move there. But I'm thinking with that g-pawn pinned. Okay, right. Here's my honest opinion. I'm losing right now. I'm going to be winning within 7 moves. It's move 15. Let's check what's happening in move 22. You know, some people may call it hope chess. Others call it ingenious. They spend 2 moves taking this pawn. I spend 1 move. You know, look, it's my move now. I get the tempo here. If I play c3 and you take this pawn, I can play rook takes, because now when queen takes, knight here, this is pinned, and I win your flipping queen. So it seems kind of tempting to go for this. Provoke the knight. You're not having this. And if you're not having this, then you're not going here, and you're not going here, and you're not going here, nor here, nor here. That knight's trapped. Now, I am still worried because a5. Takes, you know, they play b3 or something. This still looks scary for sure, but oh baby, that is a free piece. Okay, now maybe, I mean, it was going to be a free piece anyway. They didn't necessarily miss this idea. They maybe just thought I might as well get a pawn for it. If I were them, I'd probably have tried to fishing pole it up, get the open a-file for it. But now, oh my god, do I have rook flipping d7? Okay, I mean, I guess it didn't take 7 moves. It took significantly less, like 3. Rook d7 would be very, very pleasant to play. They just don't have to take. I mean, it's a sweet move, of course, because of course if they take, we just go here, nice. But if here, and you just play queen e6, let's say, I haven't actually done anything with this rook. I mean, it looks nice, don't get me wrong, but I haven't done anything really. If I go rook g7, bishop here, yeah, I just don't see it working out for me. Bishop d3, rook here, and then we're trying to go in like this, or oh, bishop d3 is good. I should have something here. I really should have something. I mean, clearly I can take and play like rook g5, and then just, you know, mount further pressure, Alakhan's gun, h4, h5. That might be the right way to go. I feel like I have more to get out of this knight. I mean, maybe I just go rook f5. Where's your bishop actually going here? Rook f5 would be outrageous. Rook f5, you do something like this, but then I just go check, and then you take with the queen, but then I go here, here, and I'm up a rook and a bishop, I think, something like that. So rook f5, you've got to address this threat of takes. You can't defend it again unless you just play king h8. I am burning through time. Now I just go here, pawn takes. Oh, I really don't know. Here, okay, you know what? I'm just starting with bishop d3. I feel like I might have had a better move there. I think bishop d3 is, I mean, it's my only undeveloped piece. I do need to move. I want to have some time to finish this in brutal style. I'm up a knight for 2 pawns. Again, the easy move there is just to take the bishop, you know, stack the rooks, h4, h5 maybe. I think that would have been, you know, a pretty much guaranteed way to get a decent position. Hold on. Here, g6. Then here, no, queen h3 maybe? Okay, I'll start with queen h3. I mean, I've got this kind of looming mate threat here. If g6, maybe rook h5. Hold on, rook h5, you take. Takes. Just f5, I guess. Here, you can just take. Here. Okay, don't love that, but reasonable. Then, I guess I'm playing f5. You can't play... Yeah, maybe you can play g5. I don't think you'd want to, though, necessarily. Alright, I mean, my bishop can sit on c2 looking gorgeous. I've got precisely 1 minute left. What's my opponent's bullet rating? Ooh, okay, it's 1394 with a question mark, which suggests they don't play much bullet, but their blitz rating is also 19 something. So I don't know why I'm saying that like I'm not the one with 1 minute on the clock. However, if I can get this to a lower time situation, what the hell? Yeah, why not? Why not, dude? Just lift both rooks. Just have both rooks floating around on the 4th and 5th ranks. I mean, why not? Rook h4 is a genuine problem. You don't have a check. And if rook h4, queen g1, king a2, there's just no check. Oh, I really need to move. Here. Wait, here we threaten mate, obviously. And now I have rook here? And we sacrifice both rooks. I might be the greatest chess player of all time. It's very possible that I'm the greatest chess player of all time. No, because the queen holds! I'm the worst chess player that's ever been! Oh, that's so painful. How can you take back with the queen? I guess this. I might still be winning, but I thought we could sack both rooks, but they could take with the queen. Rook or king, we have mate on h7. Okay, well, I mean, this is getting pre-moved because, you know, I have 10 seconds and that needs to be pre-moved. I mean, I'm attacking it thrice. They're defending it once. They have one move and can only defend it up to twice for when I take here. And if they do, I mean, rook f7, rook takes, whatever, get off me. Okay, they do have a check. I'm just a moron. Oh, you sneaky little bastard. Did I have this and there were no checks? Hold on. No. Yeah, because queen b6 and I take your queen with my rook. Keep this pre-moved. Oh, I'm so sad. I thought I had rook g8. Here, where's your next check? If you give me a check, that pre-move gets cancelled. If you don't, I'm taking there. You know, rook f7 takes, king g8, check, king g7. Queen h7, king f6. What? How's that a move? Get off me. Get off me. Get the hell off me. You can't defend that. You can't defend that again. I hate this game. Guessed. Damn it! My heart is beating so fast right now. I should have guessed the other way. I should have guessed the other way. Going open is the more psychologically clear move. Oh, my heart is beating so fast. I'm so sad. The point is here, if I go to the analysis board, they have one of two moves here. Now, if I wait for them to then choose which way to go, like my next move is this, and had I pre-moved that, then I could have pre-moved this, I could have pre-moved this. Oh my god, I was so close to doing that. My hand's literally shaking. I have so much adrenaline right now. I mean, it's a game of online chess, but I could have pre-moved up to here, pre-move, mate. That would have been, if I'd gone the other way, that would have been the most insane clutch of all time. I just, you know, you've got to guess which way. I guessed the wrong way. Psychologically, clearly, you don't go towards the corner here. But if I hover over and wait to see which way they go and then try and react, I had 0.6 seconds. I mean, maybe I get it done. Maybe I should have. I made a split-second decision and it was the wrong one. That is such heartbreak. Had they gone for the only other legal move here, this would have been the best pre-move because then here, and that would have been mate. Man, I cannot believe. I mean, to be honest, getting the draw, I need to actually recognize that getting the draw there was a major accomplishment. Hold on. I had less than a second left here. I mean, clearly my opponent, I mean, I mentioned that they had a low bullet rating. You know, if they knew how to pre-move, that would have been a flag way earlier. All of you in the comments that are saying, like, why didn't they just pre-move? I mean, okay, fine. However, give me some credit. I nearly clutched that up. Nearly clutched that up. We get rid of this. We go over, get the pawns. Okay, fair enough. Also, by the way, I should say that when I got here, had I pre-moved the take of this, which I think I might have had initially pre-moved, then when they do this, that cancels and that's how I flag. So, you know, I went for this and then, you know, I mean, god damn, pre-moving that. We actually get the pawn's promotion. We get somehow, I mean, I just have to keep pre-moving. We then, yeah, come round. I let them out there, force them back again. And then just queen e7. I mean, come on. Queen g7, queen here, king here, mate. All pre-movable. I'm going to post this video anyway, because, I mean, how can I not? By the way, I'll have jump cut at some point between finishing that and then, you know, explaining that whole thing, because I had too much adrenaline to actually speak. That was quite embarrassing. I was trying to explain it, and my hand was just shaking. I mean, yeah, I was just completely winning for pretty much the whole game. I'm not going to deeply analyze that. I frankly am far too heartbroken, but I believe I believe f4 is not... Okay, fine. f4 is not the main move. d4, knight c4 would have been more appropriate. Oh, no, wait, hold on. Bishop c4? Because bishop c4 takes... And then, wait, can I go queen h5? Yeah, queen h5 is nice. Okay, queen here. I can take knight c6, knight c3. I can get this out, castle. Okay, I'm going to keep this in mind for the future because bishop c4... I'm so heartbroken about that. I am... Oh, my God. Bishop c4 and queen h5 is an interesting approach, which I will keep in mind for the future. Instead, went for this. At what point did this become winning? After g4, which I accidentally... I should have taken because here... To be fair, why was I so upset about this? I could have just taken this and been completely winning anyway. In fact, this would have been way more obviously winning because then I'd have had like, you know, knight f6 ideas. Probably like bishop d3 and let's just say something vaguely like this. I mean, I'm sure that this would have been basically very winning. Odd that I missed that. They go back. In general, some decent stuff. Pushing d5. Rook here. Okay, I should have gone for a3. Oh, if a3 and takes, then I do have this. Oh, because... Yeah, the knight's pinned and the queen's doing an indispensable job of defending the knight. So then you have to take with the g-pawn, which obviously gets problematic. I can go queen to h3, apparently. I guess if you play like c6, I just go bishop d3 and it's just completely over here. There might even be some kind of queen sack if I can lift the rook up. Anyway, that would have still been very winning. Instead, rook g1, but then they erroneously took here, king b1, the knight goes back, c3, they take. Brilliant move there. I should have gone for rook d7. I knew that it was a good move. I thought just queen here, but then I have bishop here. Oh my god. Queen goes to c6. Might even have like this. I mean, I do. That's disgusting. Okay, I should have followed my nose a bit more with rook d7. Bishop here, queen h3 is absolutely excellent. And then getting rid of this, f5. Rook here, take like this. I thought I had the genius here, because if king or rook takes, we can go mate, sacrificing both rooks. Unfortunately, the queen could have taken in that line, which I didn't notice at all. Instead though, queen h6, or rather, sorry, rook h6. Then they go check. Eventually, I somehow make it to a spot. You know, after a bit of a repetition, I noticed that somehow on b3, they have no checks. Queen b6 is then taken by the rook. It's a mate in 6. It's a mate in 5. It's a mate in 4. I then lose that, of course. I mean, oh, it's because I had 2.7 seconds here. And then... How many flipping pre-moves with less than a second on the clock? I had less than a second after move 37, and it got to move 84. I made nearly 50 moves. Nearly 50 moves with under a second on the clock. I mean, again, my opponent could have flagged me probably if they were remotely good at using a mouse. Man. I'm heartbroken as well, because if I had a second to think about which of the 50-50 to go for, by far the best play is to go here, because surely you don't walk into this. I mean, just psychologically, it looks like you're getting mated here, and you're desperately trying to flag me so you'd run away from it. Stupid guess. What could have been if I'd gone for queen g7. However, we get the draw. It's not a loss. I mean, it feels like a loss. But there are some of you in the comments that say, like, oh, you only post wins. It kind of makes it, you know, less exciting, which is a completely valid critique, by the way. And one which I'm going to massively take on board when I'm doing this full time. I finish my degree in like 10 days. And then I'm going to take a week or so. I'm going to move into a new place, invest in a significantly better setup. But I'm going to be doing this whole thing, or at least trying to full time come, you know, late June, which from the date of this video release will be in like 3, maybe 4 weeks. So I'll be doing all sorts of series, posting wins, losses, the whole, you know, being more transparent, let's say. At the moment, I kind of cherry pick my best games. It's because I'm very busy and can't post that many videos at the moment. So I like the ones I do post to be excellent games, or at least the most entertaining. Of course, I'm going to post this one. I imagine a bunch of you are expecting, because of course, you know, you've seen this video, that I was actually going to clutch that up. So I'm sorry for the absolute dagger that I've put through your heart there. Man, I did have 0.6. I feel like I could have just waited and, you know, mouse flicked and gone for it and had 0.3, but then the rest would have been pretty movable. I mean, that's actually going to haunt my nightmares. Thank you guys so much for watching. Join the Patreon, because I deserve it after losing that. It's currently 11 PM. I'm about to go to bed. I genuinely don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep, knowing how close that was to the most insane 50-move pre-move with less than a second clutch of a game. Oh my god. To quote, I think, Ivan Sokolov, "If I do not kill myself tonight, I will live 1,000 years. Goodbye."